You a witness, boy. I got you going door to door, boy. You a witness.
Squeeze.
Brian. That's that double dribble.
Cash.
That's that double dribble move. Corner shot.
Hello. Hey, honey, how's it going? Yes, I have the list. It's right here. I'm in the store right now as we speak. Special K vanilla. I have it. The juice boxes. Soap powder. Honey, why do you continue to talk to me like I'm stupid?
Attention.
I'm not being obnoxious.
Walmart shoppers.
What do you mean?
You have 15
I
minutes
can
till
barely hear
closing.
the PA announcers in the background. What do you mean while they're closing at 7:30? Why am I always being questioned like I'm on trial? On my Peyton Manning.
Welcome to Sports Enthusiasm. We discuss everything from the big plays
To the man caves.
This is a truly interactive, all-around sports show. We go into any nook, cranny, and crevice and discover every sport that exists on this great mud ball that we call Earth.
Wow, very elegantly spoken.
From your neighborhood soccer team to the forays of the NBA. From the NFL.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
To a young kid named LL.
Without no spelling, grammar, search.
I'm on my cool J.
So what's going on?
Chris Breezy got a dunk today.
What Chris Breezy?
He was online.
Chris Bosh?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown?
Yeah, he got a dunk in a charity game.
Alright.
You wouldn't guess, man. I had a
Junior, huh?
Yeah, man. I had a real bad time getting here, Train.
So what happened, man? I was calling you.
I have a problem when people improvise rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? You got the NBA, you got the NFL, you got the NHL. You know what I'm saying? When people, they improvise rules and regulations, when did it start, people out there, where there was one uniform line in a movie theater, in a Walmart, in a Wawa? I almost got in a fight with a 72-year-old woman on my way down here.
Just so the people can understand out there. So when you say one uniform line, 6 cashiers. Sometimes 12 or 13.
Yeah, in the Walmart.
Right. So you're just saying there's one line.
A lot of self-service lines. That's what
self-checkout, which took a lot of jobs away from.
I only shop in between the hours of 9 to 5. I don't like interacting with human beings.
You told you gotta watch the old people though.
Yeah. So I almost got in a fight with a 72-year-old woman, man. Speaking of women.
You're going to hell, you know that, right?
Speaking of women, what's going on with the NBA, man? That's my quarterback, man. Don't talk about my quarterback, man.
Apparently, there's some crying going on in the NBA. A lot of tears.
And the ringleader, he kind of put it all out there.
Y'all got what y'all want. The Heat is losing games now.
There has to be a code of conduct in professional sports. Like, I can't quite understand.
No crying in the workplace, first and foremost.
Man,
unless a family member died, or you lost your job, you know, then you could cry. But no crying.
But that's real life. Fantasy sports, you know, professional sports is fantasy world. And I come from an era, as a fan, from an era where people never really showed their emotions because it would give somebody else an edge.
Playoff, championship, retirement.
These guys they're in the press conference like this. They're leaning back. All the body language is terrible, man.
To quote my man Sonny from The Godfather, oh, you want to be mixed up with the big boys, huh? Now? You got what you want now. Not in the Army no more. You got to go up on the guy and shoot him bada bing in the brain like that.
Yeah, man.
The heat is on. Pardon the pun.
I got 2 words.
Is on.
Eric Porche is the, and I probably mispronounced his last name.
I
apologize. First name is pretty nice because you know my name happens to be that, but don't blow that up on the internet. But
good basketball.
You got your best player on the ball at all times in clutch situations.
Well, who's the best player?
LeBron James is the best player.
Okay, but is he the best player for the first 45 minutes of the game?
He's the best player on that team.
So who's the closer? Because LeBron never was known to be a closer.
Now, if I was a coach, I would say the closer would be Dwayne Wade, facilitated through LeBron James.
So you have to count the best player.
It shouldn't be a one-on-one situation in a closing moments.
No doubt about it.
There shouldn't be no situation like that. But they got a lot of holes in their problems.
Right.
But you know, we could get and talk about that all day, man. But you know, the Lake Show was back in full effect.
The Lakers are back. Miami, like you said, got a ton of problems, and it's a shame because it took away from the actual story of Sunday, and that's the Chicago Bulls. They have arrived. Tom Thibodeau.
Michael Jordan came back?
No. Tom Thibodeau, the Chicago Bulls, he's my coach of the year.
Oh.
Derrick Rose.
Rant's home.
Rant's home. Freedom!
Let's holler at Rant, man.
Let's go holler at Greg.
Yo.
Yo, welcome back to Sports Enthusiasm. I just want to let everybody know out there, this is the ultimate man's cave. Like William H. Wallace died for Scotland, I will get beheaded for every man out there.
Man.
Rant Crib!
Man.
For Rant Crib!
Yeah.
Over here I got my man Bootleg who is like Tommy from
What's up,
Martin. He's always dressed up, he's always Dougie Fresh, but nobody knows exactly what he does.
What time you get here, Wayne?
I've been here since like 4.
What you do for a living, buddy?
What you do, Wayne?
I just do my thing.
He just do his stuff.
He just like to look nice when I do it. That's all.
Okay, nephew, he do his stuff fizzle.
We ain't got no job.
Thug Fizzle. Speaking of
Thug Fizzle, man.
that song Snoop got out, that new song. Could I be your doctor?
Did you know the chicken they use at McDonald's is really a pink paste?
I thought they used steroids.
They probably put that in the pink paste.
When you say pink paste, is it like a substance that they build up into a chicken?
Exactly. Speaking of substance and building up, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Shoo! Talking about pulling a rope-a-dope Muhammad Ali.
They do it every year, though. That's the thing.
You said it.
Just
You
like
said
Muhammad
it.
Ali.
I almost bought into their nonsense. I almost thought the whole Phil Jackson, his team is heartless and all that Zen Master-ish stuff that
Let
he
me tell
does.
you what happened. Ryan Artest has always been a problem all year because he brings the intangibles.
Right.
Kobe said, Ryan, it's time. No more late night shows. You got your ring.
You
had
jumped in
your
the
fun.
stands yesterday too, by the way.
Yeah, he
So
knocked the
back
guy
to
over with a
old-
cup of coffee. Did you know Four Loko
Why is that dude
has
famous?
the
Wait, before
substance
you go.
of about 8 cups of coffee?
Why is that dude famous? That his name is San Antonio Bob.
They banned Four Loko. Four Loko is a very interesting substance.
What is Four Loko?
It's banned now. Kids never drink Four Loko. You can't like wake up and then get tired at the same time.
So we had an action-packed sports weekend this weekend, right?
Yeah, we sure did.
I mean, the NBA, and I was, crapping on the NBA a lot this year, but it's starting to come in full circle now. What got lost in the headlines from yesterday was Derrick Rose, Tom Thibodeau, and the Chicago Bulls, and their general manager, their upper management, and the great job that they did putting this team together. We talked
You
about
talking about
Miami.
Jerry Cross, the guy that Michael Jordan
Exactly.
used to clown on a consistent basis? Is that what you're talking about?
Exactly what I'm talking about. D Rose, in my opinion, other than Kobe Bryant, is the best closer in basketball
Let me tell you
right now.
something about D. Rose.
He got that dog in him that I like.
Other than presenting a slight diagnosis
Yeah,
in his
no
press
emotion. There's no emotion. That's
conference,
kinda
other than that, the man is amazing, man. We're talking about his 3rd season, the things he's doing. He's the best NBA. He's the best point guard in the league.
Hands down. I mean, you talk about Chris Paul, Darren Williams, Rajon Rondo, Westbrook, all these different point guards. But Derrick Rose, in my opinion, does what they do plus some.
So getting back to that game between the Heat and between the Chicago Bulls, it was a specific period of time where the Heat was dominating. Like there was some particular times where
They were up 9 in the first quarter.
LeBron was in the post. They play the right way. Then they get into a specific period where they play one-on-one basketball every single time.
One clear eye ISO.
You know they missed 13 shots with 20 seconds and left in the game.
No plays, no system.
No
There's
system,
no
no
flow.
system at all. LeBron's like 1 for 7 in game winners or ties. Wade is 0 for 5. The rest of the team is 0 for 0, man.
The offense was flowing through Bosh early on. He took I believe about 13 or 14 shots. And then after that, once the 4th quarter started, he was like MIA.
And what happened?
MIA.
What happened at the end of the 4th quarter? Somebody was crying. Who was crying?
I don't know. Maybe whoever it was. Maybe that's a on Basketball Housewives. Speaking of Basketball Housewives,
let's go.
We have a correspondent that's going to give us an update or season recap on Basketball Wives, and that's the lovely Porche.
What's going on in the Housewives?
Well, I mean, you guys are talking about who's actually bringing it hard this season and who's not.
Yeah.
There were a couple of issues that I want to bring up. First off, we all love Nene. Nene, she's very opinionated, she's very heavy-hitting, she brings it hard. And
I don't know
love
who
her
she
for it.
is.
Now I know how
So-
women feel when you talk about sports.
But let me tell you, okay, so there's Kim. Kim is known as like the...
Lil' Kim?
No, not Lil'
Okay.
Kim. Kim's like, the...
Puffies?
She's got a book out
Baby
to tell
mom?
you how to get your big daddy.
Okay.
If that says anything about Kim.
Okay.
So Kim has an assistant called
Okay.
Sweetie. and she yells for Sweetie, 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 and this girl pretty much goes to her beck and call, answers her like a slave.
Okay.
And that's actually what Nene equated Sweetie to
Sweetie
on a
and
tour
Nene.
bus, an enclosed
Nene.
situation,
Okay.
and Kim was highly offended by it.
Now, who was Nene hooked up with and sort of
A lot.
guys out there?
Well, Nene's single. She just got a divorce from her husband Greg. So
Was he a basketball or football player?
No, they met a while ago. He had a career. She really actually kind of helped him to get himself together.
So Nene never had any affiliation with no football or basketball player?
No.
Who are these housewives?
How did they become basketball?
This basketball housewives?
Where are we at?
Each one of them comes from a different background. You have some of them that were actually married to sports celebrities. You have other ones that own beauty salons, other one that's a lawyer. They're all prominent women in the Atlanta area.
Okay.
But they've all come together in this show. But in any case, what I wanted to bring up was you have Sweetie, who's being called a slave because she's answering to Kim's beck and call. And Kim's white, Sweetie's black. And Nene, the loud, opinionated woman, is bringing this to attention. And it gets into this huge heated debate, and it's really kind of an interesting, conversation.
Okay.
If you have someone that's your assistant, what are the boundaries? What levels do you cross, especially when you have that racial boundary? How far do you go?
So
How
who's
far
like
do
the
you let it
Kobe
go?
Bryant on Housewives? Who's the ultimate closer?
I would say it would have to be Nene, just because Nene's not going to take crap from anybody. She's going to tell it like it is. She's going to cause a scene if she needs to, and that's what she's going to do. That's Nene.
Who's the AI? Who you want to see like shipped off the show?
That would be Kim.
Sorry.
That would be Kim.
Sorry.
Your big daddy.
Anymore.
He had Fridays popping. He had the movie theater popping.
City
He had
Ave.
all the soul food restaurants popping.